Last month, I finally got my YouTube channel monetized after roughly 2 years. And this is what I learned about what it takes to grow and monetize a YouTube channel. The first thing is you need to post more than one video a week. And this is not advice that you hear often. Many people tell you that all you need to do is post one video a week and be consistent with it. But in my experience, I don't think that's enough to get you monetized, at least not very quickly. I don't think I would have gotten monetized if I stuck to one video a week. My first full year on YouTube in 2021, I only posted one video a week, and here are the results. I got 1.1K watch hours and 16K views. And if you're not familiar with how to monetize your YouTube channel, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in a 12-month period. So I was way off the mark at this point. But in June of 2022, I decided to start uploading 2 videos a week. And in October of 2022, I decided to start uploading 3 videos a week. By December, I was monetized. And you can see how increasing the content really started to increase my views, my watch hours, and even my subscribers. I got 4.2K watch hours and 72.4K views in 1 year. So I really believe that posting more than one video a week is going to help you grow your YouTube channel. And I understand that it might be difficult to post more than one video a week because you have a lot of other things going on. But if you're serious about getting monetized on YouTube, it just seems like the way to go. But above all, you do just need to be consistent. So if one video a week really is all that you can do, you're just going to have to accept that you're probably going to grow a little bit slower and you might not get monetized as soon as you would hope. Because one a week is better than none a week. And there were many times throughout the first year or two that I was doing this that I wasn't very consistent. Even when I was only putting out one video a week, I frequently would skip weeks, and I feel like in the long run that hurt me. I definitely could have been monetized a lot sooner if I was consistent, even if I was only posting one video a week. So being consistent is definitely super important. But sometimes things do happen and you can't be as consistent as you would like. So maybe you set out to post 2 videos a week, but one week you don't have enough time and you think that you can only get 1 out. 1 is still better than none, so I would post the 1 video as opposed to the 2. Just do as much as you can, really, because YouTube monetization, while it is great, it is not a race. But if you are trying to get there faster, posting more than 1 video a week and being consistent is going to get you there a little faster. But videos on YouTube are not like posts on social media. YouTube will continue to show your video to people long after you post it. YouTube videos age like fine wine. They are better typically the longer that they are posted on the platform because you never know when a video is going to get picked up. And like I said, it's still being shown to people, so you're still going to be getting consistent views, which is why you want to be consistent. So post as much as you can and try not to miss too many uploads. The next thing that you want to do is understand and utilize YouTube search. YouTube search is truly a powerhouse when it comes to views. So you really want to understand how it works and try to get your videos ranked in search. Out of 72,000 views that I had last year, 32,000 of them came from YouTube search alone. And if you've never heard this before, YouTube is actually a search engine. How-to content and things that teach people how to do things are really, really popular. In fact, YouTube is actually the 2nd largest search engine behind Google. People go to YouTube to ask all kinds of questions. So if you can tailor your content around those types of helpful topics and you're teaching people something, you are going to do really well, especially when you start utilizing YouTube search. And there are some tools and other tricks that you can do to start understanding YouTube search and keywords and things like that. I use an external tool called vidIQ, and it is super helpful for understanding where your viewers are coming from, what they are searching up, and really what videos that you need to be creating. If you've never heard of or seen vidIQ in action before, let me show you a little bit about it. So this is going to show you your channel stats, your daily ideas. This stuff is all relatively interesting, but the biggest thing that I want to show you is in regards to the keyword opportunities. So you can either go down here or you can just go up to the keywords tab. And vidIQ is going to show you the top keyword opportunities for your channel, the top search terms for your channel, but you can see more top keyword opportunities up here. It's going to show you a ton of different options. And if you want to see the search volume for any of them, you can click on this. This is going to show you the lowest versus the highest, the competition, and the overall score. So it's going to rank search volume versus competition. You want those to be in the green versus the red or the orange down here because that means it's going to be easier or better for you to rank for. You can also see the top search terms for your channel and get a little bit more information there. This you might want to look at YouTube for because my top search term definitely isn't only 8 views, but they are going to give you a few ideas. Like if you've never done how to edit a Pinterest template or you see some ideas in here that you've never thought before, these could be good for either tags or whole video topics if they're good enough for you. And then you can also search any keyword you want. So let's say how to start and grow a blog from zero. It's going to show you the search volume versus the competition, and then it's going to give you an overall score, kind of like what we just looked at. You can see any matching terms. If you get too specific, you're not going to see any matching terms or questions. So let's say grow a blog and see if that will give us anything else. If you get more vague, you'll get sometimes more options. So the search volume is lower, but we do have some matching terms and some questions that we can check out, and also related keywords. You really want to go for low competition and high search volume. I kind of go for as low of competition as I can, and I don't worry too hard about the search volume, but like 1,200 people searching for this, that's a good video to do, and you can see the overall score. This is a great way to see a lot more information as an external tool. You do have to pay to get access to this. This is the pro version for $10 a month. They do have a free version, but honestly, the pro version is way more worth it. You definitely get your money back for it. I probably would not have been able to rank in search as much if I did not have this tool. So if you want to check out vidIQ, I will leave a link down below in the description. But the next thing that you really want to be doing is always improving your content. You want to be either improving your content or experimenting in some way. And this doesn't mean that you need to drastically change your content or change the way you're doing things every single time you upload a video. You want to just get a little bit better every single time. Maybe you can write your script in a more efficient way, or you can save time creating the thumbnail because you saw this new technique that you want to try, or you just realize that you're blurry in your last video and you want to make sure that you're not in the next video that you upload. Just small little things that you can do. Changing your lighting, changing your camera settings, whatever it is. You want to always try to be improving on your content because you always want to get better at your craft. But one thing that you don't want to do is get stuck in the cycle of always learning and never implementing. It is great to look up how to improve your YouTube videos and learn a bunch of different things. However, you don't want to get stuck in the trap where you are learning and you are consuming content all of the time and you're not implementing anything that you learned. You're not putting a video up on YouTube and realizing it's bad, but posting it anyway and kind of falling on your face a little bit. Like, you have to post videos really to learn, because you can watch as many Roberto Blake or Think Media videos as you want, but the best learning tool that you're gonna have is actually posting videos on the platform. You have to go through those motions to learn what works for you and what doesn't, and how those strategies that you're learning are actually going to work in your content, if that works for your workflow or whatever. You have to actually be posting videos. And one of the ways that you can get better and improve your videos is by paying attention to your stats. You want to make sure that you are analyzing your stats so that you can understand what needs to be improved on, what's working, what's not working, and different things like that. So don't be afraid to, especially when you first start out, just test a few things and then analyze your stats and see, did this work or did this not work? Your stats on YouTube are important because they're going to tell you what needs to be improved and what your audience likes, and even what is going well on your channel. So make sure you don't ignore them. If you keep putting up videos on a particular topic that is not getting a lot of views, it's clear that your audience is not interested in that topic, so you need to pivot your niche or stop doing videos on that topic. But if you never check your stats, you're never going to know if those videos are actually doing well or not. And you can't also base a video off of how well it does in the first 24 hours, because as I said, videos do age like fine wine here on YouTube. So some of my videos I put out, they were like 10 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. They were like really bad in terms of my other videos, but they ended up taking off in the long run. So sometimes you do have to wait a while for a video to see if it actually is going to take off. And some videos might do that and some videos might be duds. But you need to look at the stats to figure all of that out. And if you see a video that maybe didn't do very well, or maybe it did okay, but then it starts to take off, you really want to pay attention to that, because something about that video interested your viewers, interested YouTube, and it started getting recommended and clicked on. So that is something that you want to capitalize on if you want to grow your channel. You always want to be paying attention to your top 10 videos, and especially at the very least your top 3 to 5, because that is already YouTube and your audience telling you, hey, we like these topics, because they're going to be your best videos. So how can you capitalize on that? Can you create a series around that topic, or just more videos around that topic in general? Was the thumbnail really good? Was the title really good? What is it about those videos that are doing really well, and how can you duplicate that in more of your videos? So put out another video on a similar topic, structured a similar way, use similar tags, title it a similar way, and see if that video is going to be recommended with the one that is already taking off in order to get you more views on YouTube. Because this is one good way that you can get potential views from suggested. Now, you have no way of actually knowing, are your videos going to get suggested? There's no like guarantee. But if you put out videos on a similar topic, do a series, something like that, you at least have a better chance of that happening. And suggested videos is a great way to get traffic because that is my third best traffic driver for all of 2022. So make sure you're utilizing that. Now I want to take a little bit of a deep dive into my stats to show you what I look at and how I actually analyze my stats to make sure that my videos are going to do the best. So if we just head to last month, you're going to see a general overview of my stats, the views, the watch time, subscribers, and if you're not monetized, you won't see this, but for me, I am, so you're going to see the estimated revenue as well. These are great to know, but it doesn't really tell you a lot about what to actually improve on. So what we want to be looking at specifically is your top content this period. And this is what I mentioned about knowing what your top videos are, because I roughly know what my top 3 to 5 videos are, and I know what I see month after month being in my top content for that period. And one of the things that I noticed was this video that was my top for all of last year is now in my top 4. And these videos have officially taken over the best video on my channel. And like I said, you really want to notice when these change, because if you have a video just pop up out of nowhere, like my July blogging income report was only on August, this one popped up out of nowhere. So now I know I should do more blogging or analytic income reports because they do well for my channel. And if this is something that happens to you and YouTube picks up your videos, you really want to capitalize on it. As you can see, these videos right here, my top ones, they've just been a steady climb, but they are still doing extremely well compared to my other videos. However, I have another video called WordPress.com versus WordPress.org. You can see it did insanely well the first 9 days that it was uploaded. And in this case, I actually did notice that this video took off, but I didn't know how to capitalize on it at this time because I was so new to YouTube. And now you can see how much it is tapered off and is basically just flatlined almost, even though it had this massive jump in the beginning. And the reason for this, I believe, is if we go over to reach, you can see it got 12K impressions, but the click-through rate is 1.7. Versus if we go back to my top videos, you can see the reach is 33K impressions, but the impressions and click-through rate is 7.3%. And I have some that are even higher than that. So I think what happened with this video was YouTube showed it to a bunch of people because it did really well, but then the click-through rate dropped off. So that means the views tapered off because YouTube stopped showing it to people and no one was clicking on it. Versus this video, which is the one we were looking at earlier, it has a 39,000 impression versus the 12 and has an 11% click-through rate, which is why it was my top for last month. And YouTube is still showing this video to people because people are still clicking on it. And if I would have noticed, I would have changed the thumbnail on this and it may have done just as well as this one does. But now I feel like this video is probably pretty much dead. But this is why it's so important to check your stats either way. One of the other things that you want to pay attention to is how long people are watching your videos. So this is the average view duration and the audience retention for this video specifically. So you can see the gray is my typical and the blue is this video. The first 30 seconds is super important. YouTube highlights that a lot. So you really want to try and make your intro as quick and interesting as possible. You want to get this line to be as straight as possible because that means more people are watching your video for longer. Is it ever really going to be a straight line? Likely not. You're always going to have a gradual dip on your videos, but you want to try and make that dip as gradual as possible. And this is something that you want to look at because if you see a drastic dip right here, that means that the title wasn't what people were expecting, the quality of the video wasn't good, or something made people drop off. If I look at this video, I'm not actually sure what the retention is for this, so it might be okay. No, not really. So you can see people dropped off this video versus one of my videos that is doing really well. The slope is a lot less, which is probably another reason why this video didn't do very well. You also want to pay attention to the end as well. Are people dropping off your video really quickly? Because that means you're signaling to people that your video is ending. And then if you say things like, and the last tip is, or thanks for watching, or something to indicate that your video is ending, a lot of people are just going to click off because they're no longer interested. The meat of the content is delivered, so they're going to go move their attention elsewhere. So if you see that happening, that means you want to stop indicating your video is ending. So what you want to do instead is kind of how I end my videos, where you recommend another video could be a good thing, because if they drop off, that means they have a chance to go to your next video. And you could say things like, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out this video right here. Or if you want to learn more about this topic, check out this video, and you want to try and sell your next video and make sure that it is actually related to the topic that you are just talking about. You want to create bingeable content. For example, if I was ending this video, I wouldn't say, and my last tip is, or thanks for watching. I would say, if you are struggling to understand YouTube analytics and how to use them to grow your channel, I already did a deep dive on this topic, which you should check out right here. Make sure to like if you like and subscribe to my channel down below for more videos just like this. Bye.